Welcome to Solana Floor News. Let's check some of the important developments from the Solana ecosystem this past week. Tension continues to build around the upcoming US general election, which is now only days away. Meanwhile, both crypto and stock markets have shown some strong gains, with BTC and Sol reclaiming some of those key levels. But there's simply so much more happening than price action, so here's everything you might have missed. We were off to the races with Solana making history over the weekend, flipping Ethereum in 7-day fees for the first time ever. Unsurprisingly for some, Solana memecoins as a whole surged to a $12 billion market cap, marking a new all-time high. And despite the overall downtrend in NFT popularity, Solana managed to continue leading on NFT user adoption too. Zooming out for the bigger picture for a second, we saw massive spot BTC ETF inflows around $893 million. But in Solana specific news, Canary Funds has also filed for a spot Solana ETF. And you'll remember back in June that VanEck had filed one too. So this really goes to show that Solana's got an increasing appeal not just with retail, but institutional markets too. And while we don't have a timeline on approvals, some people argue that a Solana ETF is inevitable at this point. Let's see how long that takes, but do let us know if and when you think this will become a reality. Another example of growing confidence this week came from the world of staking, where this whale bought $36 million worth of Sol and staked it like an absolute decentralization maxi. Take a bow, sir. And in other news, money seems to keep pouring into the Solana ecosystem because $130 million was bridged from Ethereum to Solana last week, marking Solana's 4th consecutive week of net inflows. I wonder what bridging your assets from Ethereum to Solana feels like. And another first, 3 of the top dApps by daily and weekly fees generated are now all Solana based, with Jito claiming that delicious #1 spot. And the token launch platform we all love to hate is again making headlines, having earned $160 million in lifetime fees. Alright, and what about airdrops? Well, the much anticipated grass airdrop finally went live, but it continues to get attention, although not for the best reasons. After initially low returns that farmers were complaining about, the airdrop managed to crash Phantom Wallet earlier this week. Don't worry, funds are safe. Now, with it being one of the largest airdrops on Solana in terms of eligible users, the grass airdrop was expected to stress test the network, and despite a spike in activity, the network held up just fine. Also, Web3 gaming on Solana continues to grow, with Paravox launching their 3v3 arena shooter and Star Atlas announcing an eye-watering prize pool for gamers. And last but by no means least, those who pre-ordered the Solana Seeker got some welcome news this week, because the estimated airdrop returns are now expected to be higher than the cost of pre-ordering the Seeker itself. Definitely a welcome surprise. And with that, thank you for tuning in to Solana Floor News. You know where to be for quick updates on the Solana ecosystem, so see you next week for more of the very latest.